Okay, so today we're diving deep into LSD.
LSD.
And wow.
Yeah.
You know, when you sent me this material, like, whoa, this is going to be a wild ride.
It is pretty wild.
Yeah. I mean, from a Swiss lab in the 1930s all the way to like, the counterculture of the 60s and even some like government stuff like.
Oh, yeah. Some shady government stuff going on.
So let's start, I guess, at the beginning with Albert Hofmann.
Yeah, Albert Hofmann.
Who accidentally
had a little oopsie.
Yeah, he had a little oopsie with LSD.
So he was working in a lab in Switzerland.
Okay.
And he was actually researching ergot.
Ergot.
Which is a fungus that grows on rye.
Okay.
And he was trying to make new medicines.
So he wasn't like trying to get high. He was.
I don't know.
He was trying to cure people.
Trying to cure people.
All right.
And so he synthesized LSD-25.
Okay.
But he didn't realize at first like what it did.
Right.
And then fast forward to 1943.
Okay.
He accidentally ingested a little bit.
Oops.
Yeah, and he was like, whoa.
Okay, so he was the first person ever to trip on LSD.
The first recorded acid trip.
That is crazy.
It is.
Okay, so then what happened? So LSD is discovered, and then what do people do with it?
Well, it kind of sat around for a while.
Oh, really?
And then, in the 50s and 60s, some psychiatrists were like, this is interesting.
Really? Like to prescribe it to people?
But they thought maybe it could help with therapy.
Therapy with LSD?
Yeah, like imagine you're in therapy and you just take a little...
I don't know about that.
It's a wild thought, right?
Yeah.
But at the time, psychotherapy could take a long time.
Right.
And they thought maybe LSD could help people access their subconscious,
Oh, so kind of like a shortcut.
Yeah, like a shortcut to all that deep stuff.
Yeah, that's wild.
It is.
Were there like any famous people involved in this?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So there was this guy, Humphrey Osmond.
Okay.
And he actually came up with the word psychedelic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And he thought LSD could like help people grow spiritually. Yeah, and then there was this other guy, Sidney Cohen.
Okay.
He was using LSD to treat things like alcoholism and anxiety.
Wow, okay, so they were really like exploring it.
Oh yeah, they were really into it.
Okay, but then things get a little bit darker, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
With M. Cultura.
Yeah.
That sounds so creepy.
It is.
It sounds like a conspiracy theory.
Right.
Like mind control.
Well, it was real.
Really?
Yeah, the CIA got interested in LSD.
Of course they did.
They wanted to see if they could use it like as a truth serum or to like manipulate people.
Oh my gosh, that's scary.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Like weaponizing LSD?
Yeah, basically.
Did they like do experiments on people?
Oh yeah, a lot of experiments.
And these were like ethical experiments?
Not really.
Oh no.
A lot of people didn't even know they were being given LSD.
Oh my God.
And some of them had really bad experiences.
That's horrible.
It is.
So is there like a famous example of this?
Yeah, there's this really sad story about Frank Olson.
Frank Olson.
Yeah, he was a CIA scientist. Yeah. And they gave him LSD without him knowing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and he had like a mental breakdown.
Oh, my God.
And then he died falling out of a hotel window.
That's so sad.
It is really tragic.
Wow, okay, so LSD goes from like this potential therapy tool to like this weapon.
Yeah, it's a wild turn.
So how does it become like this symbol of the 60s counterculture?
Well, it's interesting because some of the people involved in meme culture actually ended up influencing the counterculture.
What?
Yeah, like Ken Kesey.
Ken Kesey?
Yeah. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Oh, yeah.
He was part of some CIA-funded experiments.
Oh.
Yeah, when he was a student at Stanford.
Wow.
And those experiences really shaped his writing.
Okay.
And then you have Allen Ginsberg.
Allen Ginsberg?
Yeah, the beat poet.
Okay.
He also experimented with LSD and thought it could expand your consciousness.
So LSD is like getting into the art scene.
Exactly.
Wow.
And then there were these two Harvard professors.
Okay.
Timothy Leary.
Timothy Leary.
Yeah, and Richard Alpert. And they were like really big proponents of LSD.
Like they were telling everyone to take it.
Well, they thought it could help people like spiritually and bring about social change.
Okay.
And this really resonated with the counterculture.
Right, like all the hippies.
Yeah, they were like questioning everything, like traditional values and stuff.
Yeah.
And they saw LSD as a way to like break free.
So it became like a symbol of rebellion.
Exactly.
Okay, so what did the government think about all this?
Oh, they weren't happy.
I bet.
As LSD became more popular, they got really worried.
Right.
And in 1968, they made it illegal.
Wow. Just like that.
Yeah, they classified it as a Schedule I drug.
What does that mean?
It means it's like super illegal.
Oh.
And they basically stopped all the research.
Wow. So LSD goes underground.
Pretty much.
And it's been like that ever since.
Well, kind of.
Rough.
In recent years, there's been some renewed interest in using LSD for therapy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like for depression and anxiety, and even for people who are terminally ill.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's like people are starting to look at it again with fresh eyes.
So LSD goes from medicine to like this mind control weapon to a symbol of rebellion, and now it's maybe coming back to medicine.
Yeah, it's a crazy journey.
It is a crazy journey.
Yeah.
What do you think it all means?
I think it shows that LSD is a really powerful substance,
Yeah,
and it can be used for good or for bad.
right.
It all depends on how it's used.
I'm like, who's controlling it?
Exactly.
Wow, this has been a really wild deep dive.
It has.
LSD is definitely a fascinating topic,
Yeah, for sure.
and it makes you think like, what else is out there?
Right.
What other secrets are hidden in the world?
Yeah, like what other possibilities are there to explore?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much for taking us on this journey.
Oh, it was my pleasure.